So it looks like to me that the league is going to be contested by three clubs. Man City, Liverpool and Arsenal. Who do you think is going to win? Let's get into it. Football Dad's Army, a quick question for all football fans out there. Who's going to win the league? Who's going to win that Premier League? Man City had a little blip this season without Kevin De Bruyne for most of it, without Haaland for quite a portion of the season, but he's come back. De Bruyne's come back, and when he come back, he got an assist and a goal straight away. He's been a brilliant player throughout his Man City career, and he proved how good he was. He's the best midfielder in that league. If not, he's got to be one of the best, if not the best, midfield player in the whole world. And the answer to the question I'm going to say is Man City. I know Arsenal played very well again against Liverpool. They've won their last 3 games after losing 3 games on the spin. Liverpool have only just suffered their second defeat of the season. The first defeat coming by way of very much of a controversial loss to Spurs earlier on in the season. And both North London clubs have now beaten Liverpool, but Liverpool revamped. They rebuilt that midfield, and they're very, very strong. And I think they're a great side, and no doubt they're bounced back. And at the moment, they are at the top of the table by 2 points. Man City beating Brentford yesterday brought them back on level points with Arsenal. I think I haven't checked the league properly since that game. I might go back and check. I'm not sure if they're in front in goal difference or not. I think they probably are in front in goal difference. But anyway, we're joint second, despite with goal difference being the only thing separating us at the moment. But they still have another game in hand, Man City. And I think that is Everton, and they've got the early game on Saturday. So they could go top on Saturday morning. Will they look back from going top? Arsenal got West Ham. I'll have to check who Liverpool got. I'm not quite sure. These clubs are so close this season. It's much closer than it was last season. Arsenal seemed to be running away with it last year, didn't they? Until they dropped right off. But Man City always seem to come strong, and they went through their blip because they lost their players. Rodri was another player that they lost, which made a massive difference. I don't think they won a game when Rodri wasn't in the team. So it shows what a player he is as well. Him and De Bruyne back in midfield is unbelievable. Man City will not lose another game for the rest of this season in the Premier League anyway. Maybe not, they might slip up in the Champions League, you never know, there's a lot of games. But they definitely, in my opinion, we've still got to go to the Etihad. I think they'll beat us. I did think Liverpool would beat us, and I was wrong there. But, it's being an Arsenal fan is very difficult because it's always hit and miss. You never know what sort of Arsenal's going to turn up because it's very... This season especially, it's not as consistent as it was last year. And it's very difficult for me to keep the faith. But I know that rejuvenated my faith a little bit, that victory on Sunday against Liverpool. I mean, it was a quite dominant performance, to be fair. Liverpool weren't at the races at all. And it wasn't it wasn't a perfect performance, but it was solid and it was good. And, apart from that little mix-up in defence right at the end of the first half, Saliba, Gabriel and Raya. So, I think it is classed as an own goal. I think it was actually an handball from Gabriel in the end, which would have resulted in a penalty if the goal wasn't given. So, either way, they probably would have equalised. But in the second half, we rode the storm a little bit for the first 10 minutes, and then we come back into the game again and got another 2 goals. So Arsenal was showing quite a lot of resilience. But have they got it to go the distance this season? I don't think we're there yet. I really don't think we're there yet. Liverpool are going to lose Klopp at the end of the season. They might want a swan song for him. Yeah, come on. The fans are going to be up for it anyway. The players should be. I mean, they've had a little blip, but they've only lost 2 games. And, they could go on another good run. And they could stay top. They could stay at the top, even though Man City played first, but they've got that game in hand, didn't they? They played first on Saturday, so they will beat Everton. I'm sure they've got Everton, but whoever they've got, they'll win anyway. Regardless, I don't care. All their players are back now. I don't think there are going to be any more slip-ups, especially in the Premier League from Man City. So Man City will definitely go on the definitely go on like a 15-game winning run like they do every year towards the end of the season, and they will lift the title, in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Liverpool are going to have something, though? Do you think Liverpool are going to have something to say about that? I don't think Arsenal are going to be in the equation this season. I hate to say it, and you know, you can shoot me down if you want. You can call me all the names under the sun for not having the faith. But I think Man City are definitely better than us. And we are as good as Liverpool, but they've got that 2 points advantage over us. And, you know, I think Arsenal and Liverpool are now very similar, very on par with each other. The rest of the league, you know, I think Spurs ain't there, even though they're playing some great football at the minute under Ange. Unai Emery's, you know, doing bits with Villa. But, you know, I can't see any of them two getting into the race like we are. They'll be fighting it out for the fourth spot in the top 4 positions, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about that as well. But I'm going to say it now, 15 games to go. I think Man City, I don't think there's no stopping Man City. Let me know what you think in the comments.